Sounds great. Thank you, Jennifer. So I'm Brad Johnson, Harbor Master here at Cap Santa Marina. So we are a public marina in Anacortes, Washington, so in the Pacific Northwest. We have a 1,000 slip marina, so we are quite large in regards to marinas here. We also manage a 25-site RV park. So the park recently received major renovations, and so that enabled us to find a software program that fit our needs, because historically we operated on a first come first serve basis. People would come over all over the Pacific Northwest to visit us, especially for the crabbing season that is very popular here, and they would be literally coming over the pass or up the highway not knowing if they had a site. And it was difficult having those conversations with folks that were unable to stay with us, and I imagine they had a lot of angst as well. So that was our biggest challenge, was the customer experience, and then also trying to meet their needs. While we could look out the window and see if we had a few sites available, they could be gone in a moment. And so unfortunately the messaging that we would tell them may not be accurate even 30 minutes later.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that would be challenging, especially dealing with unhappy people who've traveled all that way to go visit.
Yeah.
And then, so how has the online booking, now that you've started with Firefly, what differences do you see with your guests? What are they saying about it?
We have seen immediate success and nothing but positive comments from our users that have already been here, even though it's the 1st of February. We've had people using Firefly for the last 30 days, and they have been very happy with the experience, the reservation process, everything that's straightforward. The things that we're excited about are the interface, the maps, the sites that we can show are available, the graphical view that we can look at the reservation grid and see what sites are available in a moment's notice. So if people are also having trouble on their side of things, we can walk them through it through either the guest portal side or through the back end. So that's the biggest success we have seen, is just the ease and real-time site availability to the customer side.
That's great. And then what would you say to a potential Firefly user about the experience of onboarding and training your staff?
Firefly has been nothing but pleasurable to deal with. They have given us countless online meetings, emails, customer support has been phenomenal. We had the opportunity to visit a RV park 10 minutes away from us that used Firefly. They've been using it for a year now. We had questions and they had answers, and they reassured us that everything, as we saw in the demos and all of the trainings that we had received thus far, was accurate and true. So it was very reassuring to us and comforting knowing that you guys would be there for us whenever needed, and you guys are just phenomenal.
Oh, great. I'm so happy to hear that. I know our team is very customer obsessed and focused, so I'm glad to hear that you've had that experience. Have you seen Firefly supporting your campground as your business grows?
We have 25 sites. We have a very defined footprint that we cannot expand beyond. But where we do see the growth, it would be in the off seasons, the shoulder seasons, if you will, and the winter time. Since we have full hookups, we have power, water, sewer, we have the ability to now accommodate those that we had dry camping previously. So Firefly has done a great job with Reserve America, getting our campground out there, getting our name exposure, so we can offer the park to those that maybe have not used us before, or maybe would have, but we didn't have those amenities. So we see this as a combination for a great success story in building, like I say, our off season as well. You know, we have some different rate models. We have a weekly visit. We have a 28-day stay as well in the off season. So we're trying to do things, and then we're also combining our efforts with, Firefly and Reserve America to just build on the success that we've already seen.
That's great. And do you have a special feature that you really like, or that you found like an aha, oh my gosh, I can't believe Firefly has this?
I would say that the whole package as a whole, because like I say, we had not had a reservation system before, so we did not know what was available as far as, you can have individual pictures of each site. You can have the maps that people can go on and see what sites are reserved or available during a specific time frame. So I think it's just learning everything week by week as we dabble into it, and then as we start to see more customers coming in as the seasons change, having more of the ability to do a deeper dive and see what features are available to us that we may not even be aware of.
And then I want you to kind of recap your story of your first 48 hours going live. I love to hear that story.
So we did a soft opening the last few weeks of December. And where we released it, we didn't advertise, we just steered people towards the Firefly. January 1st was our real test out to the public. We're a public entity, so we are closed. There is nobody here at the desk, nobody answering the phones. We come in the next day and there's over 1,000 nights reserved in 24 hours.
That's great.
And our mind is just blown away. And that was with very little staff interaction. Everything worked as advertised. And of course, we're going home over the New Year's weekend, New Year's holiday, wondering what's going to happen, right? How is this going to work? What are we going to walk into on the 2nd of January? And it was 100% success. I think that's the biggest thing that was the aha moment, was January 2nd, knowing that everything worked.
That's great. That's great. So, and I'm so glad you don't have to work with, unhappy people showing up with no spots. Now, everybody's got a spot, and that's a great success story. Thank you so much for sharing. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
I wanted to thank Jennifer for a 25 site RV park. I know that there are sites over there that have hundreds and hundreds of sites, and Firefly has made us feel very special and important, and I cannot stress that enough, that I thank you for all of the customer service that you and Firefly has provided. We cannot thank you enough.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was a pleasure working with you and your team there. I appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer.